I was hoping to cut a bunch of videos tonight, but I've got kind of heavy into the researching a couple of these records, and also the computer's running very slow tonight, which I find very frustrating. But I'm going to try to cut a couple of more videos after this one. Still outsourcing Billboard's Hot 100 the week of August the 7th, 1965. Let me read you a few of the big hits that were in the top 40 that week. August the 7th, 1965. We got Seventh Son by Johnny Rivers. Baby, I'm Yours by Barbara Lewis. It's the same old song by the Four Tops. Down in the Boondocks by Billy Joe Royal. And of course, Sunshine, Lollipops, and Rainbows by Leslie Gore. And I Want Candy, one of the best rock and roll records by the Strange Loves at Billboard's Top 20 that week. And all the way down to number 100. Number 100 that week, August the 7th, 1965. Summer Wind by Wayne Newton. Number 100. Wayne Newton, best known for Red Roses for a Blue Lady. That was in 1965. Also, Daddy, Don't You Walk So Fast. That was in the early 70s. Dog and Shane, another one of his big ones. That was back in the early 1960s. Wayne Newton. Song Summer Wind, the guy who wrote the lyrics to this record, a fellow named Johnny Mercer. This guy goes way back. A couple of his credits. He's had an illustrious career, this guy did. One of the founders, if not the founder, of Capitol Records. He, with Howard Arlen, he wrote the song. He wrote That Old Black Magic, done by Glenn Miller. Glenn Miller had the hit with it first, and then but best known version of that record by Frank Sinatra, and also with a guy named Rube Bloom. Johnny Mercer wrote the song "Fools Rush In" back in 1940. On the eve of World War II, America's entry into World War II, on the eve of it, Fools Rush In 1940, later covered by Ricky Nelson back in 1963. He had the big hit with it. Brenda Lee also did a version of that as well. Summer Wind, the best known version of that record was by Frank Sinatra. It was on his album Strangers of the Night, which was produced by Jimmy Bowen. Gosh, dog, a lot of the I think the Wrecking Crew played on Strangers of the Night, including Glenn Campbell played on that record. I don't know if he played on his version, Frank Sinatra's version of Summer Wind, but he played on Strangers of the Night. Anyway, the first version of Summer Wind, released by Wayne Newton, he got to it first, but it wasn't very big. Only got size number 78. Week of August 7th, 1965, it drops to number 100. Here it is, Wayne Newton with Summer Wind.